I've got one of the best hip, core, and glute workouts that you've ever done. You're gonna do exercises you've never done before, and your back, if it's bad, chronic back pain, post-fusion, herniation, bulge, you're trying to navigate pain, this is gonna be one of the best workouts that you add to your weekly routine. Oh, and before you dive too deep into it, be sure if you wanna continue to do core workouts and build your own for yourself to prevent back pain and make sure that you're not making your pain worse, go to fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint. I've got a free guide that thousands of people have downloaded and used for themselves in their own workouts. I show you how to use core training specifically for the painful back. You can get it at fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint. I'm kicking off this hip, core, and glute workout today with something that you probably have never done before. I'm really wanting to fire the entire posterior chain. You can call these reverse planks, you can call them neck planks, you can call them whatever you want to call them. Essentially what you're doing is you're going to get up against a wall, you're going to have something behind your head, protecting your head, keeping you comfortable, and you're going to walk out trying to maintain a straight line from the head all the way to your heels. You're still bracing the abs, you're still bringing the ribs down and locking them in, but you're really trying to really strengthen and activate everything on the back of your body. It feels great if you do it well, you don't go too hard too quick. It's a great way to get things started. The second exercise I'm doing in this workout is kind of like a combo ceiling press. So I'm on my back, obviously on a mat, got my band attached to the rig, and I start off with just doing the basic ceiling press where I'm just pushing the band towards the ceiling. I might hold it for a little bit. I might do some reps. I'm not doing sit-ups or crunches. Eventually I transition over to some leg movements as well, kind of making it a little bit harder, really hammering the abs and keeping or teaching me to keep my brace on with movement. So we're talking core coordination here. Do it, it's awesome. Your core is gonna thank you. Kettlebell circle swings, love these. You saw this in another video where I gave you 3 kettlebell core exercises. You can check that video out, I think it was last week's video. Here, I'm just doing them again. Love this exercise. I can't emphasize enough just the value in doing things that you're not used to doing. If you've never done this before, if you kind of do the same things all the time, challenge yourself, get outside of your comfort zone, get outside of the fears that you have around movement and doing things that you haven't done before. And that is one of the best ways to heal. It's one of the best ways to get stronger and improve your body and reduce your pain and symptoms. Grab a kettlebell, keep the weight close to your body. Do not use too much momentum. Obviously we're swinging, so there's some momentum, but don't overdo it. So here's a funky exercise you probably haven't done yet. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm not even sure where I got it from. I just remember kind of piecing some things together and calling it what it is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have a weight, kettlebell, dumbbell. You can probably even do bands if you get creative with it. And you're gonna have the weight racked fully up. So you're fully extended and your shoulder blade is stable. Everything is nice and locked in. This is forcing you to keep your ribs down and your abs on, or you're gonna overextend with that weight above your head. Then you're going from an on your knee position to a take a knee position, if you know what I mean. So basically just watch the video, you see it here. I'm just kind of stepping up and going back down. Good for the hips, good for movement, good for bracing and keeping everything in a good position, which your back is going to benefit from. Key thing to remember here is don't go too fast, don't use momentum, don't go too heavy with the weight, go slow, go for more endurance elements and not trying to max out a bunch of reps or max out a bunch of weight. That's not the goal here. It's to gain control over your symptoms, making sure you're doing it in a way that's safe and that you're not creating a fearful environment where you start to stiffen and tighten and cause more pain. Now let's hit the hips, the glutes. What I'm doing here is just a bench supported hip thrust. I'm not doing anything fancy like a single leg. 2 feet planted on the ground. I've got the kettlebell. Obviously you can do more weight. If you're going for reps and you wanna max out on that 10th rep, you'll need a lot more weight. I kind of play in between endurance and reps. Okay, I know that my activation is a little bit on the weaker side. Just because I have bigger glutes does not mean that I can activate them well and really control them, have that mind-body connection. So a lot of my time is spent on really feeling the contraction, engaging at the bottom, pulling up, squeezing and holding and really contracting as hard as I can at the top. You don't need a lot of weight to do that, but if you wanna push the limits, if you're able to push the limits and you can do it pain-free, make sure if you are doing hip thrusts, you're doing them perfectly. I did a video here on my channel where I break down the biggest reasons why people have pain with hip thrusts and glute bridges, things like that. Definitely check that video out. Grab the weight, you're just pressing up, using the hips, engaging. At the top, you can go for reps or just squeeze really hard and hold it. Last but certainly not least is the hip flexor strengthening work I did in this workout. What you're gonna see is me grab a cable. I have it wrapped around my foot, so that's gonna anchor my foot onto that weight. I'm going very light. You really can't do a whole lot of this if a cable doesn't go light enough. Then you can use a resistance band. I'm on my back. I'm trying to bring my knee as close as I can to my chest. The key with that is making sure that you break that 90 degrees at the hip. If it's so heavy where you're bringing that knee and you can't go past your hip, that means your quad is doing a lot of the work, and your hip flexor is what's bringing that knee even closer to your chest. And if you can't go past 90, then lighten up on the weight. It's another sign that your hip flexor could be very weak. So make sure you do a good past 90 degree on that. Go easy, don't go too heavy. You can either go for reps, 1 rep, 2 rep, 3 rep, 4 rep, as many as you want to do, or you can do it for endurance, where you pick maybe 3 reps of the exercise that you're going to do, and then at the top position, you're going to hold it for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 60 seconds even, and working more on the endurance so we can leave out the rest of the muscles that might overcompensate. Be sure to go over and grab that free core blueprint. You can get it at fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint. It'll tell you everything and show you exactly what you should do when it comes to core training with chronic low back pain, whether it be post-fusion, herniation, bulge, whatever the situation might be. Make sure you get it. It's fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint.